I've been asked a lot lately about bad habits, so I thought I'll go for a little spin in one of my favourite little locations, share some beautiful scenery and share how you can break bad habits, even ones that have set in for a long period of time. Some of them may surprise you, but they'll all help you. Enjoy the view and enjoy the chat. Roll the intro. Okay, first bad habit I want to talk about is, can you guess? Nutrition, eating. Now, I'm not talking about eating too much. No, not in this video. I'm talking about eating too little. As you get fitter, your body resists the need to eat. You feel as if you could ride for hours on minimal fuel, especially at a steady state. But even by going soft and not eating, you are damaging yourself for future workouts. Getting fit is about turning up every day, every second day, and actually performing tasks that's going to increase your health and drive forward your fitness. So even though you think you can ride for 2-3 hours without eating or without following any of the formulas I've given, you can't. If you think about it, it takes 48 hours for muscle glycogen to fully replenish itself. Now, I am talking about harder workouts or workouts over 2 to 3 hours, but most people are not replenishing anywhere near what they need to get the muscle glycogen back up. So let's say they carry on 5 days, 7 days, 10 days without ever getting near that full glycogen replenishment. Pop, something goes wrong. Their immune system gets suppressed, their motivation dips, they have irritable sensations, their sleep patterns may be out, and it's all because you're not recharging your muscles as the wind picks up in my beautiful sight. So, think about it. It's super easy to eat. Here's are the things I sort of have. Look, got my lovely assistant with me today. Bars, easy to get hold of. Bananas, easy to get hold of. No, now you're trying to wind me up, aren't you? So eat, please eat. During your ride, after your ride, you'll train more. Okay, bad habit number 2 is to do with your chat. And what I mean is, if we look at it from a sports psychology point of view, someone that brings all that negative energy is maybe not as aspirational as you. So you can help them. Get it out the way. Tell them that's the stop. We turn the pedals. For the first time, we only talk about the ride. We only joke. We only laugh. We only try and enjoy ourselves, because you breathe in this air. Just one breath, one glimpse, 1 second of your life in this type of environment. It's phenomenal. And that's what you're searching. So, although it's important to offload, and I believe that a lot of cycling groups, when we come together, they are forms of self-help and they can really promote our well-being. You've got to be careful. So, smiles and spins, that's more important than moans and groans. Whew. It is beautiful round here, isn't it? And for my next point, it's all about cars. A bad habit that a lot of people have is riding in the gutter. Now, I would record some cars going past me here, but there's no one here. So I do appreciate that I'm fortunate. But remember, I did live just outside London for many years, so I know what it's like riding with lots of traffic. But it's a confidence issue with a lot of riders. You want to ride in the gutter. You want to allow the car user to dominate the road. I understand that, and I get that. But the gutter's got gravel, it's got drains, and you can have a nasty experience if you get too close to a drain or a curb, and it'll stop you on your bike. Sure, there's great cycle paths all over the place, but most of them are not well swept. So you have to ride on the road. So think of making it easier for the car user to make a conscious decision to pass you. Make it that they have to see you, of course, in your lovely Lycra, but make them make a conscious movement with their car. They have to really think about it. So give yourself that meter from the edge of the curb. Dominate the road and make it easier for everybody to understand what position you are on the road and what role you take on the road as well. Because you have got a right of place to be there. And if you don't get on the road, you don't get to places like this. Hey, that's what cycling's all about, isn't it? A big smile on your face and just getting out and exploring. I can't believe it. In the distance, I can hear a car coming. I think there is one coming. Who comes out here in their car? Ooh. Okay, what is next bad habit, coach? Well, I've got my visor on and off all the time. That's not a bad habit. For me to get to this location, it's only actually about 15 miles from where I live. Again, you're lucky, coach. But my next point is all about consistency. I see lots of riders save up their time, save up their miles for maybe one ride at the weekend. They'll go long distances, have a great adventure, share stories with their kids and their grandkids about this wonderful distance they've gone. But ultimately, I talk about touch points a lot. Touch points in that you can have shorter rides more often. Did you know that if you ride 100 miles on a Saturday, by 5 days' time with no activity, you've lost almost all the gains you've made from that one long ride. So lots of people, they go on these long adventures, get so tired afterwards that they don't go on their bike for 2, 3, 4, 5 days. And mainly it's the duration that kills them because of their lack of bad habit number one, the eating. So you've really got to try and look at your training and you've got to look at your approach. And sometimes it means making hard decisions, but you've got to do shorter rides more often and think of them like touch points. Touch points for your health that builds your fitness. Maybe you could drive somewhere and have a shorter ride in a beautiful environment like this. So maybe one way out of it is drive to a lovely location and have a different type of ride. I know that part of the monotony of some people's rides is the familiarity with a lot of roads that you go on. So you've got to try and change the narrative, break it up, do something different. But if you can increase the consistency of the touch points, and if that means avoiding those long rides sporadically throwing in, you will make more progress. And if you can get to see sites like this, all the better. Right, let's get back on because it might look sunny, but the wind is picking up. Okay, there is another bad habit that I want to talk about, and that's half wheeling. Now, if you don't know what that is, watch out. I'm going to do a special full-length video about it because it is a bad habit, but it can also be a good habit. I'll explain in the video. Hey, look, if this video has been of any use to you, give it a thumbs up, do the usual thing. Subscribe if you want more of this madness, and don't forget, I'm live from my studio every Monday at 7 o'clock. You be sure to join me. You stay safe, keep smiling, keep spinning, and I'm gonna get out this wind because all of a sudden it's just come from nowhere. You take care.